The sun had barely risen when Lampião's last loyal men reached the marked spot. The Serra das Almas, a rocky formation that, according to the old ones, held the spirits of cangaceiros fallen in past battles. It was there that Lampião planned his final great strike, not just any revenge, but a symbolic, epic gesture meant to etch the name of the cangaço into the books of eternity. "What are we doing here, Lampião?" Mayanoit asked. "We're leaving a message that will never be forgotten," he replied, his eyes shining like blades in moonlight. The plan was simple and impossible: to invade the main headquarters of the Volantes in Piranhas, Alagoas. A nest of iron, protected by walls and machine guns. But Lampião knew the men in uniform would never expect a frontal assault. And that's what he was counting on. For days, the group disguised themselves as pilgrims, merchants, even nuns. Maria Bonita, now fully recovered, was the soul of the disguise. Dressed like a devout woman, hair braided, serene eyes. It was impossible to suspect that the woman praying for lost souls hid dynamite beneath her skirt. On the night of the operation, the sky covered with clouds. Darkness was total. The silence of the Sertão seemed to hold its breath. At exactly midnight, the cangaceiros emerged from the shadows like phantoms. Each one knew their role. Every step was synchronized like a death dance. Explosions lit the dawn. The walls of the barracks crumbled like dry clay. Soldiers ran in despair, disoriented. In less than 20 minutes, what had been a symbol of oppression was now rubble. "This is for Quixabera. This is for every man and woman who fell," Maria shouted in front of the ruins. But victory came with a cost. During the retreat, a group of soldiers ambushed the band. Mayanoite was hit, Zabale too. Maria and Lampião managed to escape with a few others, taking the wounded. They found refuge once more in the Serra das Almas, now not just as outlaws, but as living legends. There, in the heights far from the eyes of the world, something unexpected happened. Maria, sitting at the edge of a cliff, opened her notebook and began to write what would be her final entry. "If this is the end, let it be with the sky as our witness and the Sertão as our grave. May the love that guided us endure in the songs, the cordel verses, the winds that blow through the caatinga." That night, Lampião looked at her as he did on the first day. Dirty, wounded, but full of life. He knelt before her, took off his leather hat, and said, "If I must die tomorrow, I want the world to know that my greatest deed was not fighting the Volantes, but being loved by you." And there, under the Sertão sky, they were symbolically married, with stars and cacti as their witnesses, the sea. Next day they left, to where no one ever knew. Some say they died in one last ambush. Others say they crossed the São Francisco River and lived in peace on the Bahian side, raising children and growing cacti. But the truth is, the story doesn't end. Not when it comes to Lampião and Maria Bonita. They became part of the Sertão, part of the myths, part of the people. And to this day, on full moon nights, people say you can hear two horses galloping together through the trails, as if love and struggle still rode under the northeastern sky.